Hello everyone and welcome to an online chess class where today we're going to be looking at some of the advanced tactics that are related to back rank problems or back rank checkmate. We already had a lesson on the basic back rank checkmate or back rank tactic problems, and today they're going to get a lot harder. So first of all, I would like to wait for some people to come. It always takes a couple of minutes. For those who are gonna watch the video, I can introduce myself. My name is Kestony. I'm working as a chess coach for the last 8 years, and I'm doing weekly Chess24 lessons. Now I can see myself. I think I can also hear myself. So from technical point of view, I think everything is working. We have another very popular stream right now, Chess24. Super grandmasters are playing each other, so we cannot expect that a lot of people will come, but Neha is saying hello to me. I'm gonna both say it vocally and in the chat, just to make sure that you guys can also hear me and see me well. I'll be looking at Chess24 chat. I will also be looking at the YouTube chat. I won't be looking at the Twitch Chess24 chat, unfortunately. So those who will want to interact with me, come on YouTube or Chess24 website. So I can see there are some people and they're confirming me that everything is working from technical point of view. So I think we can slowly start. Usually it takes a couple of minutes for majority of the people to come. So in this first example, it is black to play and win. When win means either achieve a checkmate or win some pieces. What do you guys think that black could do here? Please try to share not only the first move, but also the rest of the line. Because if you tell me first move and it's like a sack, I don't know if you really see the follow-up to it. So what can black play here? What do you guys think? What do you think, Neha? Seems like so far you're the only person in the chat. Neil is suggesting a move. What about the rest of the moves, Neil? Patel, right? What if Queen e4 and f3? What are you planning to play there? Try to give me the full line, because after Queen e4, if white plays f3, seems like your queen and knight remain hanging. Try to enhance your line or extend it. Pradnesh, what do you want to play? f3? Is it knight f3 or what's the follow-up here? If we count the material, we're a piece down. So we need something drastic, or otherwise we're losing. So hello Pradnesh as well. Do you guys want to play knight to f3? I think if we play knight f3, I cannot identify concrete threat, and white at the meantime will counterattack our own king. So if you mean knight to f3, that's not good enough, right? Neil suggested queen e4 check, but I don't know what would you do after pawn goes to f3. So say we play queen to e4 and white responds with f3. Yeah, Neha, knight f3 does not create a threat, right? And then white could just play queen d8. And we're in trouble, it seems, yeah? Now, as the topic suggests today, there must be some background problems for the white side. Try to find them. Queen e4 is a good move, but we need a follow-up after white plays f3. What is the follow-up there? So let me make those moves on the board. Queen e4 and f3. And here black has an idea that is related to back rank. What could it be? So Neil, if we play knight takes f3, which is one of the candidate moves for sure, doesn't white again have queen d8? And after king h7, a perpetual check with knight f8, right? So you go back, right? And at the very least, white can land the perpetual check over here with moving knight back and forth, yeah? This was one of the candidate moves for sure, though. You have something better than knight takes f3. Whenever we're looking for any kind of wins and we think we got one, like for instance you thought knight takes f3 is winning, input same amount of effort sorry, to find defensive resources. So you're trying very hard on making something win, and as soon as you think that you're winning, boom, you make moves, and it's highly likely that you miss something. So try to, at least for 10 seconds, look for defense possibilities for the opponent. Very useful tips. It will make a difference. So since the knight is taking away g2 square, if rook would come to the first rank, it's mate, yeah? So we can even sacrifice the queen with the check. Now they don't have time for queen d8 because it's in check. After rook takes f1, rook c1 is checkmate. So they can delay the checkmate by giving away some pieces, but we will collect them, and king cannot go to g2 due to the knight being on h4. Right, so let's see that one more time. In this position, black goes queen to e4. White's only move is f3 because after king g1 he's getting mated like this. So they play f3, and then we have a queen sacrifice with a check, which emphasizes the back rank problems that white had. I'm glad you like it, Neil. Alright, let's go for the second one. And in this one, it is black to play, and black can either win by checkmate or win some pieces over here. What would you play with the black pieces here? Hello, Ramakrishna. Hope you're doing well. Are you watching this from India? Black to play, and black can win material or achieve checkmate over here by using some kind of back rank problems for white. Try to give not just the first move, but the full line. Very nice that you're watching this from India, Rama. Rook e8. Rook is already on e8. Board is flipped. So maybe you mean rook e1, right? Probably that's what you want to play. So rook e1, I guess, is good enough, but it doesn't end in a checkmate right away. What are you planning after rook e1 and white defense? For example, knight f1. Just grabbing the bishop is not what you want to do. You can let me know in the chat, right? So here, maybe positionally you're winning, but the material is still equal because you were a piece down to start with. You have something better than that. All right, Sarkar. So that was good, but you have something better. Probably it's good move, and at least from what I saw, it is still winning for black, just not as quick. Burak is suggesting queen c1. You're always giving me exercises. So after queen c1, what's the idea if bishop takes c1, but I could also go rook f1, yeah, to defend the back rank. Trying to show everything slowly, so I know that there is a delay on the stream. Yeah, guys, bishop, yeah, bishop is watching c1. Be careful. Resign, yes. So the follow-up is resign. Burak, you can say it like this, right? We play queen c1, and if someone asks what do you do then, you say resign. That's the follow-up to the sack. Friend Zipo is suggesting a new move. I probably pronounced that awfully, but have never seen any name like that. So queen can sack on g2 itself, because afterwards we're gonna have subsequent rook e1, and then there is no interference by white on the first rank. After queen takes g2, white needs to take. There is no alternative to that. And we have rook e1 when both knight f1 leads to mate, I guess, because rook is pinned. And now rook takes f1. And pretty much there is no other move that white could try. So it's always hard to consider queen sacrifices, although you sacked voluntarily the queen with queen c1. Here it's the other, right? So queen g2, rook is pinned, and rook e1 ends up with being a mate. Okie dokie. Black to play in this one. What would you play if you had to play this position with the black pieces? Black can win either a piece or achieve a checkmate. Always keep in mind the topic. That's one of my hints today, that it has to do something with the back rank at some point. I'm welcoming all kind of chess related questions in the chat as well. Would gladly share my expertise on anything that I can. So if you have any kind of chess related questions, maybe I can share my own opinion or tips that I think might help you. So what black to play and win? What would be the solution over here? So bishop to d4 is the first suggestion. Maybe you mean d3, Jan? Am I right that you're thinking about bishop d3? Try to give me the full line. If you're sacrificing a piece, I don't know what are you intending to do next. So bishop d3 and rook takes. What is it that you plan next? There's also rook g2. There is an idea, bishop d3, rook d3, rook b1. So say we do go bishop d3 and rook b1. That's one of the most beautiful puzzles you might have ever seen, yeah, it seems. Or is it? Okay. So after rook b1, what's the problem, guys? What's the problem here in the line? King e2, Burak is telling us, right? King e2 and we have nothing. Try to change something. Bishop d3, rook takes d3. After rook e1, there is, I think, rook g1. And then we take on e1 and it's checkmate, yeah? Yes, Jan, there is not checkmate. There is king coming to e2. So I think if bishop d3, rook takes rook b1 and rook e1, there might be rook g1, right? And then we need to take, and rook takes on e1. However, of course, as we said, after rook b1, there is king e2. So it makes sense, instead of rook b1, to consider the other move, rook g1. Now the king is forced to a square where he's tied down to the back rank, and it makes perfect conditions for rook b1 to come and win the game. The only moves that could save or delay and not save white, it would be giving up the rooks here. We have a beautiful mate. One for the eyeballs for a pattern recognition. Bishop d3 takes rook g1, which forces the king to the side. And now they won't have king e2 after rook b1. Mate. Thank you, Krishna. I tried to give you the best of the best. All of you who are enjoying, you can say thank you by putting a like on this video. Thank you very much. This one is black to play. And in this one, it's black to play and win something, either checkmate or win material. So black to play, either achieve a checkmate or win material, just win the game. Classy puzzle, for sure. So I think if pawn to c4, white has options then, right? What can white play to save himself here? Maybe the rook on d1 is protected by the knight, right? So what about rook c4, rook d8, knight d1, and we're saved, right? Because if rook d8, I can always move my knight where it still guards the first rank, right? Say knight e3. But that's a good try. So pawn to c4 was suggested by many. Neil, Jan, Vasilis. These are good ones, I'm telling you guys. It's not going to be so easy. Because I think that it must be advanced based on the topic, yeah? Alright. What else could be tried? So the idea is a bit advanced, but I can just spoil that there will have to be a slow move that is not very forcing, although it's a threat at some point for black. Look for intermezzos. Bishop to b4, rook takes d4, right? So what are you planning after rook d4 and rook d4? And okay, gentlemen, Krishna, everyone, what will we do after rook d4, rook d4? Interesting. So we have rook d4, rook d4, rook c8. What about knight b6? And okay, after knight takes b6, rook c3 and trade in back rank mate. So that's a line, guys. Rook takes d4, the only move, and a rook c8 skewer. So knight is in trouble, so I think the only logical move for white would be to play, I guess, to try knight takes b6. And then after rook takes c3, our own bishop is preventing us from getting back rank mated. And now the knight could still not flee because we're threatening back rank mate. So this rook c3 is sort of intermezzo move. We're not taking the knight here, well, kind of. And after rook d1, we're a piece up. So even the bishop played an important role, although it never moved, but it guards the back rank very well. Yes, Aditya and everyone. All right. Now we could also take a look for those who said bishop to b4. So I think then sad day for black, yeah? They were piling up twice against d8. Hello, Maxat. I'm not Magnus, right? Maybe if I was from Norway. I'm just Kestony. Alright, let me flip the board. This one is white to play. White to play and win. Either win by checkmate or win material in all of these. Everyone who is enjoying the show, I would once again appreciate if you can put a like on this video. The more likes, the more you like it, I guess. So I know as a chess coach that I'm doing okay this way. E3 is the first suggestion by Sarkar. I'm also welcoming any kind of chess related questions you have. In general, would gladly share my own opinion on how to get better at chess, or anything else chess related that you would like to ask a chess coach. Love those. Sometimes you come up with very good questions. So we have one suggestion so far, e3. So I think after e3, can't they just take and say move the queen somewhere? What's the idea of the win there? I think so, yeah? Oh, many more moves. Aditya, rook d4. What's the idea of rook d4? Gentlemen. Bamzoka. Yeah, everyone is correct. Luca said bishop c5. So after bishop c5, intermezzo move is gonna save black. So they can take and move the other rook then, at worst, yeah? So... oh, I think bishop c5, if I take on d1 and rook takes d1, now both of my pieces are hanging. So I have to do better than that, right? What can I play here? That's a good question, Luca. That's not a solution. Hello, Indranil. Maybe I have to make some kind of rook d2 here, yeah? I have very strong pawn on the third, right? So, for example, takes on b6. And now, if I'm correct, this should be pretty strong compensation for the exchange. It should be winning maybe even, right? So I think this pawn is too strong, guys. That's a problem to the... that's a solution to that problem. Also, not only the pawn, but e2 is hanging dangerously. There is a force and sequence of moves that we had in the chat, and many people were correct that the simplest is rook takes d4, queen d4, and then rook d1. And now we're threatening back rank mate, which means that black has to sacrifice the queen. For example, c2, rook takes d4, and we're covering the c1 square, right? In the previous line, if we look at that, you're up in exchange, but black first of all has 2 pawns for it. So material-wise, you're not even up. I guess, how many pawns does he have? Yeah, 2. The pawn here is very dangerously, and black is threatening also take on e2, right? So I think black should be even winning here, maybe. All right, guys, you're doing well. Most of you are either giving very good alternatives or correct moves. Now this one is the second one, and this one is black to play. This one is really good one. So I mean it when I say it. Maksad is asking how to overcome 1500 rating. The same way you overcame 500 rating. The same way you overcame 1000 rating. Nothing changes. You just keep working on your chess, right? Getting better at every aspect of the game, tactics, strategy, and game opening, right? And you just keep improving this way. Then people come and say, how do you improve at 2000? The same way you have improved to 2000, yeah? This one is good one, guys. Give me full line, Aditya. So, rook b1, rook a8. Input effort to find defense for white. I like the candidate move. Krishna Sarkar with rook b1. Everyone is suggesting rook b1. So I think that's the line, right? Say rook b1, rook a8. Bishop f8, I must take, right? This is the only shot I have. How do you take? Like, do you play king takes there or king g7? It's kind of hard not to spoil it, yeah. So, okay, let's do it. Rook b1. Because now we're threatening to win a piece here on c1 with, of course, this rook, and then we're threatening all sort of mates along the back rank because bishop will be helping here as well. So rook h8, bishop to f8, rook takes f8. Why we cannot take with the king now? Exactly. So that's just why I said there is something interesting about this puzzle, right? Then this position, king takes f8, loses probably. Because after bishop a3, there is a discovered attack or discovered check against the rook on b1. So it's a king g7, rook takes b1, and white is piece up. However, instead of king takes, we have king g7. Now we're a piece down, but we're threatening to mate them on the back rank. So for example, we move a rook, right? And now it all starts, right? Bishop f1. Rook f1, and we win with black because we're piece up. So it's like a puzzle inside a puzzle. What happens after rook b1 and bishop d2, right? So where is it? Rook b1, will it allow me to move pieces? Please. Yes, bishop to d2. So I think you can guys find this one as well. What can black play here? It's a similar idea, just a little bit different. Black to play. You guys can solve it for sure. Yes, so it just takes, and the same idea of back rank problems, right? With bishop and rook doing nightmares things to white. Yeah, so there is never a bishop f1, I mean king f1 to protect the bishop, because bishop is watching over that square, and bishop f1 just rooks plays into rook e takes e1. Yep, exactly. Good questions. Okay, this one is black to play. What could we play here with the black pieces? This one is very high rated, so this one is probably one of the highest rated puzzles that we're gonna see today. One of them. Yes, Sarkar, Vasilis, Bamzuka, you were all right. So black to play in this one. I don't expect someone to give full line here, so we'll just take it a move at a time, but we will stop at some moments if needed, and we will just solve it together, okay? Divide the puzzle into some small puzzles. So rook e1 is the first suggestion. We have rook e1, one suggestion. We can take a look at that. So what about rook e1? What's the biggest problem here? The biggest problem is that maybe there is a discovered attack here, right? Not to say maybe a rook f takes e1 is alright, but at worst maybe I could just play bishop takes b7 as well, right? And just counterattack everything. But maybe, okay, not to just make it my life complicated, I could play rook f e1, right? And I know that I'm supposed to be fine here with white, because there is only one solution. Yes, there is so first of all, before you guys play rook a1, it makes sense to enter this line, because now there is less protection for the back rank. So okay, here I will need to hear a couple of solutions by you. First of all is, what happens if rook takes d7? Yes, exactly. So gentleman is suggesting the correct move. So if rook d7, then we could take, and there is a back rank mate. What if we play rook d1? Hello, Alexa. Rook a1, rook d7, rook f1, king f1, rook e1. Exactly. What if I go rook d1? Yeah, much simpler, right? So queen takes on e1 or rook takes, doesn't matter, I guess, right? So just to be more fancy, I take with the queen, say, take, and we're a piece up as black. Right, queen takes is more fancy. All right, guys, so all it took is this idea of rook a1, right? So it makes sense to first make the back rank weaker with our bishop taking on d5 and then playing rook a1. I'm always speaking at the chat as well. So now we just have to find the refutation of rook a1 before we go. So why doesn't rook a1 on the spot is fine. Maybe we could just play bishop takes b7, because that's guarded twice there. I seem to always have a piece that secures me there, right? And since I took on b7, I'm no longer a piece down here. And I'm fine. So that's why we needed bishop takes d5. Alrighty, right. Next one. You're doing very well today. I have to say, very well. Which one should I give you? Let me flip the board. This one, white to play. White to play and win. What's the idea of rook takes f5? Someone is also suggesting queen e8. I have this habit of first looking at maybe a bit incorrect moves. So rook f5, rook takes f5. Okay, so I think those who said rook queen e8, they now say rook f5, yeah? So the idea is that if they take, then queen e8, king h7, and then we have a pin. And we win material here, right? So why doesn't queen e8 win? Queen e8, king h7, and rook f5 is because of queen c1 and back rank problems. So we wanted to win, but sad day for us here, yeah? We're getting back rank mated. All right, exactly. Most of you were right later. Even those who said queen e8 later said rook takes f5. Okie dokie. Okay, white to play and win. White to play and win. Win means could be winning a piece, could be checkmate. Whatever you can do, just enter a winning position. This is a very good one. I promise. Yeah, okay, so the start is definitely rook c8, right? But what to do then? So that's definitely not the puzzle, right? To take the rook that is hanging. I just wanted you to visualize a bit longer. So queen e6 is one move. So now after queen e6, he has two moves, rook f7 and king h8. Fine wins against both, Aditya. So queen e6 and then is correct, and then black would play rook f7 and king h8. What are the lines there to win? Well, a lot of times with this rook e8, that's what Vasilis Babetas, if I'm correct, saying. Daniel is saying rook f3. So here, maybe we have queen d6, right, to defend. And I'm also taking away e6 from you, yeah, for now. But I'm not sure. Bishop e5. It might be alternative solution, almost, yeah. What is the idea here for black? Maybe I have queen e7, because if you take my queen, I take yours. I know it looks ridiculous. Does that work? Maybe, yeah. And then maybe I'm saved. If takes on f8, I take with the queen. If take the queen, I take on c8. So I guess that's why it doesn't work. That was hard. Yeah, queen e7 looks nice, yeah. Yeah, so the next suggestion by people is bishop to b4. So now I can take on e1 and take on c8, yeah. Slaughter is saying it's obvious, right? So probably not obvious if there is a mistake, right? Right, so many people are saying bishop b4, right? But can't I just take on c8 as well? It's just a deflection tactic then, guys, yeah? I can see chat is... Ah, so they're suggesting queen e6. So basically if queen e6, black has two moves, alright? So first is king h8. So what did we do after king h8? Maybe after bishop b4, because I'm trying to find something for black. I was preparing so many people in the chat now. We win the knight. Yeah, the move that I wanted to make is queen e8 because it's the most beautiful one, right? They cannot take it because of back rank, and queen e8 just wins the knight here, as someone pointed out. So just, I guess it's much simpler. Now after bishop b4, I'm thinking, what can black do? First of all, I can run away. Maybe I have knight f4, I don't know, as a counter attack, and then maybe I can move my rook away. But I'm maybe playing with fire, right? So probably rook g8 or something. Queen e8 is much simpler, I guess. It's also much more beautiful, yeah? Now also, instead of going after queen e6, king h8, our opponent could play rook f7. So here we're just picking up the knight. So knight drops no matter what. Yeah, exactly, guys. So proud of you for those who saw queen e8. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Now let's go for more. We're hungry for more. Not this one. I have to get the best ones now, yeah? Maybe I should go from the back now, right? Okay, this one is the one I liked a lot. So it's white to play and win. So white to play, guys, and win. All we need to do is find a creative idea, and then you have solved it. What can we do with the white pieces here? H4, someone says. That's one idea. Okay. Once we have more ideas, I will try evaluating them. Rook H3 is an idea. F4. Once we have so many people, there are many creative ideas all the time. Now, what is majority gonna go for? So far, I see Sanjay is saying Rook H3, Bambuzuka Rook H3, Aditya Queen F5, Daniel Rook H3, Maxar H4. Reka was saying F4 even. So okay, let's go for the majority, right, at first. So most of us are thinking Rook H3. What can they do after I go King Queen G7 or King Queen G8? I don't know. Hard to find a follow-up, right? So Reka, I think, is suggesting the right answer, guys. It's just killing. The idea is to go F4 and attack the bishop, and they cannot take because of Rook C3, Rook C8. And there is no defense against that. Told you this is gonna be a beautiful one. For example, say bishop takes F4, Rook C3, and there is just no defense against rook c8. You can do whatever you want, but you can't defend that. Exactly. So I was not able to not spoil it because Reka was just screaming it at me, so had to push this one. Okay, congratulations. Oops. This one, why to play and win, guys? Yeah, this was a lovely find for sure, guys. Very beautiful, I agree. This was the one that I wanted to show today for sure. A lovely idea, for sure. Okay, this one, why to play and win? We have the first suggestion by Lilol. Let's wait for more and then we can start evaluating them. Queen a8 is also a suggestion. Alexa, what about the follow-up? Or Alexa? Maxar is giving the follow-up. Right, so guys, if we start with rook takes h7, queen b4 comes, right? And checks start happening, and black is on the counter attack. So we need to first do queen a8, more forcing, and then after king d7 we can take with the check. And now the back rank is severely weakened and we have a mate. Almost like that, right? There was only one difference, but it was an important one. So two candidate moves, one was more forcing, and most of the time that's correct, but not always. This one you don't need to know. I think that after solving the others, that would have been too simple for you guys. This one is a very good one as well. Why to play? Thank you guys, and I appreciate for all the likes on this video. So many of you are here today. Thank you very much for being with me here. I'm having a great time with such an active audience. So why to play in this one? And again, to win material or win by achieving a checkmate. So we have queen b6, bishop f6 by Eric. Let's wait for more suggestions. So I was just calculating, right? And some of you already see it. So the correct move is queen b6, after which king must go to c8. And now we go rook e8, and it's checkmate, or they need to take. And after that, queen d8 is made. So it's a lovely puzzle, mate in 3. Queen b6. Queen b6 is very important to start with. I think that someone suggested bishop f6, right? And king does not have to take, and your piece down to start with. So here black is saved. Okay, let's go for more. Okie dokie. Yeah, it was at the end mate in 1. So here it's why to play and win. Who can calculate this till the end? Yeah, it was very beautiful combo, I agree. I tried to only pick the beautiful ones for today. So this one is why to play, and What are we intending to do? The first move is obvious, but try to give me a line. More moves than one. Yeah, if you go rook h8 first, then you won't have rook h8 on the second move. So rook h8, king takes, king g6, and king g8, and black is safe, because if you go rook h8 again, I take it with my king. But some people are saying king g6, yeah? So what if I go to the left? King g6, king f8. Ahil is suggesting rook f6. So what about rook f6? Too slow, yeah, guys. Oh, so your idea is to checkmate via ladder, right? But you don't have rook g2 or rook g1 what you wanted, because black's rook is watching over. Yeah, at the end, Bamzuka, we can win it with skewer, right? So rook f6 doesn't seem to have a threat, right? So I think king g6 is actually the most forcing move, because now we're threatening to mate, so the king has to go to f8, and we follow, right? So we go king f6, so he goes king e8, right? King e6, king d8, and when do we stop stalking him like that? Who can tell me? Should white go king d6 now, or already do something else? So still king d6, right? What if king e8? Who can find a win after king e8? This one is not so easy. Because if king c8, then you guys win with the skewer, right? So if king c8, right, we can skewer them. So here, king b7, rook h7, right? And then we're winning. But what about that moment where they could have went king e6? Rama, you should in general stop your calculation when there are no more forcing moves remaining on the board. Yeah, Rekka, you're strong, right? Rekka is seeing rook f6. And now we're cutting off the king, it cannot go to f8, and we're threatening mate with rook h8. Exactly, so rook f6 is a lovely find. So I think the only way they can prolong the game is like rook d8, right? And then after king e6, we're again threatening mate. So now they need to start giving the pieces back. So I think the key move was the one Rekka find, is rook f6, right? And now we're not allowing any king f8. Otherwise he would just go back and we have to follow him again and all that, yeah. Yeah, at no moment they could have won king c7, right? So only king c8, and then we're skewering the, right, the rook on a8 is lost, or deflection tactic. Congratulations, Rekka, you found the best one. Rekka looks like a grandmaster. Well, he solved a couple of very good ones today, I have to say. And you never know, in Chess24, maybe there is a grandmaster in the chat. It's such a popular channel that we could even have maybe Magnus, right, peeking at the chat. Alright guys, that's it. That's all that I wanted to show you today. Thank you all for being so active. It's really a pleasure to be giving lessons to such an active audience. You participated in the lesson. Rekka was awesome today. The rest of you also gave a lot of good suggestions, even alternatives. Rekka is saying old wolf but weak. Haha, no, you're very strong. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for all the likes on this video. I will see you next Friday, same time as today. Stay healthy, stay safe, and spread the love for chess. Thank you very much for watching.